Hey, we don't have anybody up in here, but game plan is simple. Get a bonfire going, get a delicious beverage in your hand, grab your Zebco, throw that son of a bitch out there, try to catch some fish. Uh, Little liquid sunshine, kind of rainy out here in the Pacific Northwest, but hopefully we can get a couple people in here, hang out. Kind of a different part of the yard. Went fishing. Was trying to go. We'll wait till a couple people get in here. We'll tell some stories. If you're watching this after the fact, I'm just build this fire up and maybe get my worm baited up and thrown out there and have a little bit of a redneck Wednesday. Got a bunch of these old 2x6s that are kind of rotted out, untreated. Also got a bunch of limbs and brush, and knowing me, I'm gonna make this a little bigger than I'm supposed to, at least until the wife yells at me, what the hell am I doing, right? Got a lot of pine out here at the coast where I live, and this stuff is just oozing pitch, and hopefully it'll burn up nicely. Not that seasoned of wood, but that's just how it goes. Got the speed worm tied on. A little bit later, once it starts getting a little bit darker, we'll tie on a topwater frog, looking for bass, ideally. No clickbait here. Lighting shit on fire and doing some fishing. Not exciting fishing, but fishing nonetheless. Got a Zebco with the bobber. Throw a little chunk of Nightcrawler on there. I should probably swap this bobber out because smashed it into the bank 100 times or more. So in the middle of winter, I decided to start a worm farm. And I went with red wigglers and Nightcrawler hybrids. And I was like, cool, I'll have free fishing bait for forever, right? But them sons of bitches died. Who knew it was so hard to take care of a freaking worm? I didn't, that's for damn sure. guess I overfed them. I'm like, it says it could eat 2 pounds of trash a day. I fed it a couple old squashes. And I think I killed them. I think I killed my worms. And par for the course. This is all wrapped up around the bottom here. I could just go grab another rod. It's right over there, but this rod is sentimental to me because it's the first fishing rod I ever got. The push button reel broke off a long time ago. I just lost my hook. Well, that's dandy. Let's go ahead and throw out the other one then. But no, Zebco Eclipse, first ever rod, and just an old hand-me-down rod, but I liked it. Hey, we got 2 people. If you're just getting here, we're lighting stuff on fire and trying to catch some fish, man. Thanks for taking the time to check me out on a Wednesday. As far as the fishing goes, just got a Zebco, gonna throw a night crawler on there, throw it out. As far as the fire goes, I'm gonna make it as big as possible until the wife tells me to stop. Rainy day out here in the Pacific Northwest. Raining all day, to be honest with you. I live out on the coast. Hence the wanting to be able to have a fire. And if you're new to the channel, we go live fishing every day on the 6s, 6:30 usually. In the morning, I tend to fish a new pond, something different, something I haven't fished before. And in the afternoon, I'll either be at a pond that I've recently just caught new fish on, or I will be here in the backyard pond. The backyard pond is definitely one of my favorite places to fish. It's not huge. It's not a lake by any means. It's about 4.5 acres. Runs up into the golf course, and I don't know, there's a bluegill. We got some yellow perch, which seems to be what's biting lately. Trying to cull out those smallmouth bass. Or not the spotted. If they were smalls, I'd probably leave them alone. But there's largemouth. Once the sun starts going down a little bit, we'll throw a topwater frog. I got a speed worm tied up. I know bobber fishing's a little boring, but right now we're just hanging out. I hear the sound of my best friend. Wait for it. 5, 4, 3, 2. That was the count behind. She's a Chihuahua, so she gets scolded. And she'll be liking that fire. Kind of a pet peeve of mine when people are saying like, oh, let's have a campfire, and it's like a propane one, and you're like, oh, that's pretty. But I mean, different strokes for different folks, you know. I think my pants are gonna start smoking here pretty quick. Little drizzly out. Want to get up off of my butt and check that bobber. Already thinking I'm gonna have to move my chair back, but do all dogs just gaze into your soul like this? Middle of the week. Had to do some shit I didn't want for some money I don't. There's a big ass fish bite though. That's a big ass fish. Let's see if he's still there. My guess is yellow perch, the way he hit it. Oh, he's there. Nope. Missed him. I'm gonna have to be a little more tentative of my pole. Had I been there for that hook set, we might have been frying that boy up. You know, I assumed them to be just out past the bank. But that's subject to change, you know? I don't like that zoom in. You guys can see the bobber though. How do I zoom out? There you go. Everybody sleeping already on a Wednesday? It's because I'm not a YouTuber and I don't know how to make very good thumbnails. I'm learning, alright? Like I just learned how to use the wireless mic the other day. A lot of the old videos were absolute trash. It's a learning curve, you know? I try to do something better every video and trying to up my audio game. I have better cameras, but I can't go live with them. Or at least I haven't figured out how to go live with them yet without running them to the Wi-Fi. And I'm just not there. Pond's doing that cool thing where it's got that like steam off of it. I just saw like 3 fatty bullfrogs and They look delicious. They're like right over there. Maybe we'll go find them in a minute. Not overly cold. It's about 50, 60 degrees now. Maybe high 50s. But it's been raining all day. Too poor to afford therapy, so this is what I got, you know? Fire's roasting, so I'm standing back a little, but here are the females. Frogs are going off on the pond. We should do some frog ASMR. And grab another couple pieces of wood, throw it on there. Well, boys, this is a come up. I hope you guys like escargot. What do you think? You think we should? I think she's a mommy, and I think she just had that little baby. What do you think? Do you think I should feed them to the fish, or you think I should feed them to the fire? Hey, if you're just getting here, I see you, bro. Thanks for taking the time to check it out. I guess I'm just not all that entertaining. What more do you want? I created fire. Gonna catch some fish. That makes me sound desperate as fuck. I'm doing this for fun. I'm actually having a great time. Might throw a speed worm around here in a minute. Might reel in this fish that just hooked me up. Hey, thanks, Pickles, man. Trying to up the game, use these fancy mics, but they're smarter than I am. Can you hear me now? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah, maybe? Fuck the mics, take them off. Can you hear me now? Yeah, no, the problem is my mic keeps dying, and I'm gonna go grab a different mic. Got a fire going. Just got a yellow perch. I am going to grab a different mic, and I will be right back. Appreciate you guys. All right, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for that audio. I'd have gone through the whole thing. What about now? Nope, that ain't it. Yeah, maybe? Can you... I got my green light on. Thumbs up, success. Just scream at me if it's not. I'm gonna throw this worm back out there, restoke the fire. Mr. Barbecue, I hope you're having a great day, bro. You know, it's a pretty rainy one out here on the coast today, and the wind can pick up at any moment, so... Well, I don't claim to be a YouTuber yet. I do want to make the best content I can, so... I'm gonna cast this guy out. That reel just feels sticky for some reason. We'll see. To the moon. Just burning some old untreated lumber that I had left over from some jobs, and then I chopped up a tree about a year ago, and it's finally seasoned up enough to burn as well. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking the channel. We got a worm and a bobber out. Just pulled up a yellowtail or a yellow perch, and I'm gonna restock this fire. Then I might throw a speed worm around. Hope to hook up for a large bass. Got a lot of beach pine out where I live, and it is just loaded with pitch. So it burns messy. A lot of smoke off of it, but it burns pretty quick and pretty hot too, so... Maybe I will throw a topwater frog. They were going off earlier. I got a bunch of them around here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. We're live every evening, 6:30. Every morning, 6 o'clock. And if you're a barbecue pickles, you're tired of hearing that. Sorry about that. My mic died, so we're just switching to regular audio. It seems like I'm on the struggle bus with the mics. But we just picked up a nice little largemouth bass. And before that, we caught a yellow perch. So we are officially multi-species in the backyard pond tonight. Fire is freaking roasting. But I'm going to keep building it up. Maybe get my redneck on a little bit. At least until the wife comes out and yells at me, right? You can get rebaited and thrown back out there. If you're new to the channel, we go live every day on the 6s, 6:30 a.m. and p.m. in the morning. I typically fish a new pond. In the afternoon, I'm usually hanging out in the backyard pond. Unless I catch something good in the morning, then I'll repeat a pond. But, yeah, live every day all summer long. You know, I started this quest about a week and a half ago. I don't know, quest makes it sound cooler than it is. I just decided to start fishing more. You know, I live on a pond, 4 acres, and there's bass and trout and catfish and all kinds of thing, and I never fished it. You know, I had all the poles. I'd fish when the nieces and nephews came over, but that was it. So I'm gonna take some time before and after work, see how many fish I can catch this summer. If that sounds like something you're interested in, consider joining. I'm gonna get this cast back out. Hopefully I can pick up another fish. Normally I'm not a catch and release guy. I'm more of a catch and cook. But we're just kind of out here having some fun tonight. Stress relief on a Wednesday. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for taking another rock with me. Live out here in the Pacific Northwest, and I know what you're thinking. Like, it's summertime and probably 80 degrees where you live. Why is this dude wearing a hoodie? But I'm wearing a hoodie because it's cold. I live out on the coast, and we had a high of 62, and it rained all day. I wouldn't say it's raining now, but there's like a heavy sea mist. I cannot figure out this mic system, and it's kicking my ass. So we're just gonna go with what we got, and hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. It's actually pretty calm, calmest it's been in a long ass time, so I'm pretty happy about that. Some of that wood isn't as seasoned as I thought it would be, and it's leaking. Look at that piece, though. It's been down for a year, and it's just covered in pitch. Which would be a problem if I was burning in that wood stove. But, oh, there's my bobber gone. Playing with the fire, missing too. I'm still there. Let's go, let's go. Nice, man. Nice bellied up perch. He He took that hook pretty hard though. I guess this is gonna have to be Murdering Perch live. He swallowed my hook. He's good enough size. So I'm gonna go ahead and dispatch him off camera. And I will flay him up and eat him probably tomorrow. I wish he'd be a little bigger. There ain't gonna be much meat on him. But he ain't gonna make it. He just swallowed that hook. Chill out, bro. Lights out, buddy. I would have liked to catch and release that fella, but he's not gonna make it. So I mean, that's the humane thing to do. It's gonna hardly be worth filleting. But hey man, a fish is a fish, you know? Sorry about that. I had to put that guy in the fridge. I'll flame him out later and eat it up. Yellow perch is actually really good. I like them a little larger than that. And I'm kind of on a catch and release mission right at the moment, but nothing wrong with the little catch and cook. He wasn't going to make it. He swallowed that hook. And it's barbless. I thought I should be able to pull it out, but he wasn't coming back. So I dispatched him and put him in the fridge. I'll clean him up and eat him later or feed him to the dog. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking time to rock with me. We're multi-species now. We got one largemouth and two yellow perch. Got a little campfire going. Gonna build it up here in a minute. Get my redneck on. If you're new to the channel, we're here every day. 6:30 a.m. and p.m. in the morning. I fish a pond, something I haven't fished before. In the evening, I'm just usually hanging out in the backyard. Appreciate you taking the time to check out on Wednesday. Really like it if you hit that like button for me. And if you're into fishing and hanging out and talking fishing, camping, this could be your first sub of 2025. Have you even started to like any other channels, bro? Got the bait caster all rigged up. Might throw that around. Kind of waiting for the sun to drop a little. I just picked up a little largie right here in the weeds. I might go throw that bait caster around. Kind of want to grab another mic. I'm trying to work on my audio. Trying to figure everything out. Better every day. Better every video. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Thanks for taking the time to rock with me. So I'm guessing I'm too poor to afford therapy, so this is it. Lighting shit on fire and catching fish. Talking to you guys. Thanks for being here. The key to a good fire is you just keep stacking wood on it until the wife comes out of the house and tells you to knock it off. It's too big. Should probably change out the hook. Same hook that I just hooked up that other fish on. I changed out the worm. But sometimes that hook gets that dead fish scent, and other fish of the same species won't bite it. But a different species, like a bass, would totally go for it. We'll see. We'll leave it out for a minute, see if I can get some fish. Fire's probably only 2-3 feet tall, so I'm trying to get that up to about here. It's actually turning out to be a pleasant day. I live in the Pacific Northwest, about a mile from the ocean that way. And normally the wind is blowing like crazy, so this isn't too bad. Seeing some little action. ADD's not gonna let me sit still. I got a little speed worm tied on. I've been talking about a topwater frog for days, and eventually I'll get one. I haven't done it yet, so it's been kind of like a little bucket item. But I think I'm gonna throw the speed worm around here through there's some pretty thick weeds up by the bank, and hopefully I can connect. Thing about a baitcaster is it works better if you push the button. Got a little nibble there. I'm gonna go grab a mic so I can shoot the shit a little better when I'm out there. I know it looks like I'm right there, but it's probably 10:15, and really trying to audio up, up my game. So if you want to keep an eye on the bobber, keep an eye on the fire. Make sure I don't melt my chair. I would greatly appreciate that. I'll be back in a few seconds. You guys didn't catch a fish when I was gone? That's kind of rude. I'm gonna introduce you to my other love. Don't tell my wife. I mean, it's a close comparison. But, Tiki Punch, man. Tiki Punch is the way to go. Sugar-free, because, I'm old, and I'm trying to watch sugars. I'm not diabetic. I'm a skinny dude. Not that weight has anything to do with it. I'm just, not all about sugar. Let's see if we can get this mic paired up. I brought like 3 of them. One of them hopefully should work. That way you guys can enjoy the sound of all these birds. We'll see. Can you hear me now? If you're just getting here, we're doing an audio check. If you could drop a comment, then that'd be fantastic. Alright, I think that's gonna work. I think I'm gonna turn it the other way so I can see that green light. The green light lets me know that it's working in theory. Sorry, I know they're super sensitive, and every time I bump the son of a bitch, it, Alright, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna do some fishing. I'm gonna throw another board on that fire first, though. I'm gonna move that chair back because I don't want it to melt. Ugh. Might be a burn ban on? I doubt it. But one of my neighbors is a snitch. I don't know which one. But, one of my neighbors ratted me out to the HOA. I had a pet. I don't even know if I'm on camera right now. Sorry, guys. Boop. Yeah, alright, I'm over there. I had a pet duck. I was just hanging out one day, and this funny ass looking duck came up to me, and I'm like, "You're not from around here." So I Googled it, and it was a Muscovy duck, and he'd come up and he'd be on my porch. I got a big deck there, and he'd be on my deck every morning. So I bought him some food and built him his name was Frank, named him Frank the Muscovy. There's a video on the channel of me racing him in the boat. He was shit. He was like, there's a whole series about Frank the Muscovy duck. He was cool. Built him a coop out of some old boards I had laying around. And one of my neighbors ratted me out to the HOA, and they're like, "You're not allowed to have farm animals." And I said, "I didn't buy this duck, you know." I missed him. I think we got a small grouping of bass right there. We're gonna run that back, see if we can get him. Anyways, Frank the Muscovy duck, the HOA said, "We're gonna fine you $45 a day for having a pet duck. There's no farm animals." I said, "That's a wild fucking duck. He just showed up at my house. I just built him a place to hang out. It's not a duck coop. That's for my dog." And they're like, "Yeah, bullshit. $45 a day." So I had to take the house down, and I was like, all right, Frank, you're a free-range Muscovy now. But predators got him. He didn't last too long. Rest in peace, Frank the Duck. Frank the Muscovy. You know, that's... I don't know how they could see it. I know there's a little guy who drives around in a water truck because the HOA gives you free water, which is... I'm not hating on that aspect of it. I could water my yard or my garden as much as I want. But I live in Washington, so I don't use a whole lot of water, but I mean, I'll take the perk when I can get it, you know? Normally I fish the other side of the yard. It's been a while since... It's not a very big yard. They're small lots, maybe 8,000 square feet out here. I'm lucky my neighbor's cool as shit. Just an old... I don't know how to describe her. I guess a little bit as a hippie. She's been known to enjoy the occasional gummy or devil's lettuce, depending on the occasion. But she lets me fish in her yard, and I was gonna build a fence because a good fence makes for a good neighbor, you know. But didn't have to. She's got a cute little white dog, kind of yappy, and it comes over to my house all the time, and my dog goes over there all the time, and it's just a really chill environment, which I appreciate. Something's playing with the bobber a little bit. It's just kind of sitting there on its side, not fishing right, which is going to drive me nuts. So after this cast here, I'm going to reel in the bobber, put a different chunk of worm on there, and see if we can't connect. I think there's a bass. The water's pretty dirty, so I can't really see what and it's pretty overcast. It's kind of jigging. Kind of a chicken shit way to fish, but I'm gonna check the other rod, throw it out there. Shout out to the two people taking the time to rock with me. Hopefully you're getting some form of entertainment out of this.
Where's the belt for the dog?
I don't know. In the truck, maybe? Why? Are you gonna go for like a walk or something? Let's check this out. Check out the hook. We're wrapped around something. Myself. We're wrapped around myself. That's what I get for not paying attention. Yep. Look out, there's a vicious chihuahua. Hey, chill out. That's why nobody likes small dogs, right? Uno momento, por favor. I think the neighborhood tweakers are cruising around. I love where I live, but at the end of the day, it's a trailer park, and not really a trailer park because we all own our own homes, and there are different lots, but they're all mostly older manufacturers. And we have a trap house that lives 4 or 5 houses down that way. They inherited it from their grandparents who passed away, and I've never seen them work a day in the life. There's like 8 people in a 2-bedroom, and I'm pretty sure they're all high on fucking dope. But you know, I'm on my own business. Like, to each their own. But poverty's everywhere. You know, even in rural environments. I think they were just passing through. So I'm just gonna do some more fishing and pretend like I'm on a tropical beach somewhere.
I just confronted these guys inside of a house.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Did you even see them?
I heard him. I heard the dog barking at him. I was just fixing to walk out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want them to think that they're running from the drug house, you know.
Is that what they were doing?
No, they were carrying some beers and running down the street. So, they were pretty.
Sounds fitting. We're live, just so you know.
What?
We're live, just so you know.
Oh, nice. Bye.
I think she's a little camera shy.
You should have put them on camera. It would have been funny.
I was fixing to walk around there. We only got a couple people watching anyways. I think they're more interested in... I like Corona. Did you invite him over? Fresh worm. Let's go. Let's get some fish. Let the drunk tweakers be drunk tweakers. Fire's going. Tiki Punch is almost gone. Might throw out... I don't know. Maybe I'll just hang out and shoot the shit for a minute. Hey, shout out to you if you're just getting here. We're doing some backyard pond fishing, man. Nothing too exciting. Got a largemouth, couple yellow perch. Fire's getting popping. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out. We're live every day. Appreciate that like. If you want to drop a comment, let me know you're in the chat. We can shoot the shit, or I'm fixing to throw a speed worm around, see if I can hook up with another bass. Kind of keeping an eye on the bobber. I think I got some skunk on that hook now. But if you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out. We're live every evening, 6:30, and every morning at 6:30. In the morning, I try to check out a new pond and fish somewhere where I haven't been. I am stuck under the clouds of the Pacific Northwest. I'm out on the coast. And I'm lucky. There is a bunch of ponds, lakes, rivers, streams, ocean, and I want to fish them all. At the beginning of the year, I said to myself, like, I don't go fishing enough, like most guys, and I actually decided to do something about it. I originally started out with I'm just gonna fish one worm a day in the backyard pond, see what I can get. And that kind of morphed into this, I'm going to fish a new pond or stream or lake every morning live. And I've been at it, I don't know, a little over a week now. And Barbecue Pickle's been here the whole time. If we ever get more than 10 people up in the room, I'll definitely make him an admin, if he would so graciously accept. I know I just ran a speed worm through there, but I think they're in the mood for some live bait. So we're going to throw it right in front of them. Taking a little smoke bath. I was thinking about bringing my computer out here, and then we could do like multi-cams. We could do like a POV cam and different angles and stuff. But like I said, everything's a little bit of a learning curve. Yeeted that guy. Failure to connect, but I think we're finding the spot. I thought they were a little further out because that's where I was seeing them turn out. And they might be a little bigger or different species out there. I'm trying to figure out what's hanging out by the bank here. The line's a little bit twisted up. Eventually I'll have to remedy that, but I can't do it at the moment. I might just slow reel in that worm. It seems to be getting more love than the soft plastic. There it is. Man, those perch are aggressive. I guess that ruins the surprise. Fish number 2. Well, it's actually fish number 3. But since we already got one of these guys in the fridge, this one's nothing to write home about by any means. But these are pretty good eating. So I am going to go ahead and dispatch that guy off of camera and get him put up in my fridge. These are yellow perch. They're my second favorite fish to eat. I am going to put this guy, I'm going to dispatch this guy off camera, and then I'm going to put him in my fridge with the other one. That's two good eating fish. Gotta be careful though. The hooks on this thing, those gills are razor sharp. I don't know if you guys can see them. They come out at a point. Anyways, I'm not going to make this guy suffer any longer. I'm going to go ahead and dispatch him and then put him in the fridge. I'll be right back, and we'll get baited up and throw out again. Sorry, buddy. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day, 6:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening. In the morning, I tend to fish a new pond, something different, somewhere where I've never been. Maybe it's a stream, maybe it's a lake. I'm planning on going live in the Pacific Ocean tomorrow afternoon. But a lot of times in the evening, I'm just hanging out in the backyard pond and catching fish. If that sounds like your thing and you're new here, think about hitting that like and even subscribe button. Got that guy all put away. Down to one viewer. Apparently people are catch and release. But it doesn't make sense having just one fish in the fridge. What am I going to do with one 6-inch perch? Gotta get enough for tacos. You know what I'm saying? What have you been digging in? Got the face of a guilty looking chihuahua. She's actually a Chiweenie who identifies as a Chiweenie. Dogs aren't into that weird identity crisis. She knows she's a girl and she knows she's a Chiweenie. But I should probably clean that blood up off of my porch before she gets into it. Oh. All right, couple fish in the fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some perch fishing tomorrow. Thing about perch fishing is, I mean real perch, not these yellow perch. These yellow perch are delicious, but there is a whole ocean full of surf perch, and they are pretty delicious as well. And they're a lot of fun to catch, but there's a lot that goes into them. You gotta time the tide. You gotta time the weather. You gotta time the surf conditions. And wind speed is always an issue. If it's more than 10, 15 knots, those little perch get on that line and it's like a kite. But the thing about the perch is you can fish when you're out surf perch fishing, it's a high-low rig. A lot of people call them crappie rigs, and you just got a worm here and a worm down here, camel kelp worms. Sometimes I'll use clam necks, but that's the plan for tomorrow. Normally I fish a different pond every morning. This morning I went out and I got my ass kicked. How it works is the night before I'll go out on Google Maps or Google Earth, one of the two. Google Earth is so slow, so I'll go on Google Maps, and if there's a body of water, I'll pull up to it and I'll fish it, you know. But so I get out this morning about 5 o'clock because I'm live every day at 6:30, and it was pouring down rain, so I'm bushcrafting, bushwhacking through all these sticks, trees, and Oregon grape, like just really thick underbrush. And I'm looking everywhere, and it's supposed, I mean, you look on Google Maps, and it looks like it's a huge, huge lake. And I can't find it anywhere. And so I'm checking the GPS on my phone, and it shows that I'm just standing right in the middle of it. And there's absolutely nothing there. So I spend an hour walking around in the rain, in the bushes, looking for a pond that just simply didn't exist. So big shout out to Google Maps. But with that being said, there's plenty of ponds I know exist because I can see them. One of them happens to be just on the side of the road, and I drive by it all the time. And I fished the pond. There's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 ponds that connect, and I've always fished the one that I've heard that there was fish in. And I don't always fish it. I've only fished it once. But there's a big pond right next to it that runs out into the bay. And I think that's going to be the spot for tomorrow morning. So if you're up early, come check us out. If not, I'll see you guys after work, and I'll be, if everything goes right, I'll be standing in the ocean. I definitely won't be able to pay attention to chat, but our chat isn't overly active anyways. Think I should just get a grate and cook those perch right there? Yeah, I still gotta gut them and clean them and get the scales off of them at least, but sun starts going down. I'm tying on a topwater frog. If you're pickles, you're tired of hearing me talk about the frog, but you see all the cool bass fishermen on YouTube catching them with frogs. Why can't I? Why can't I? I'm not trying to be like them, though. They're trying to be like me. Water's like glass right now. Is there anything more exciting than getting snagged in a bush, pulling on your line, and then having that hook fly back at your face at 40 miles an hour? I don't think so. And take some slack out of the bobber and worm. It seems to have been the goat. I mean, it's been catching bass and been catching yellow perch. Like to get a bluegill. There's a bite. I think those are just the yellow perch, and I'm trying to catch fish, but I'd like to stay out of them just because they're so aggressive. They hit that hook and they are just hooked. And if I'm on a catch and release kick, then it's not cool to throw back a dead fish. I don't like doing it. There's like a grouping of something. Just, I mean, if I had a longer rod, I'd just drop it in. I'm gonna just leave that bobber on there and just kind of slow drag it. Now, it's not the most exciting way to fish, but I'm having a pretty good time. Can't see the chat, but if you guys are here, I appreciate you taking the time to rock with me. We're getting a bite. There it is. Oh, he feels big. No, he's a tiny. He's a little guy, but he's a fighter. What do we got? Oh, we got a bucket mouth. Let's go. Largemouth bass fishing. Let's get them. He put up a pretty good little fight. I thought he was a spot. But he's a largie. He's pretty. You can tell that they're a largemouth because their jaw extends past their gill. But beautiful bucket mouth live. That's fish number 4. He's all of maybe a quarter pound. Nothing too exciting. We'll get him back. We'll let him grow a little bit. Fish number 4. Pretty pumped about that. Ended up with I guess that'd be bass number 2. Just working on getting that fire built up a little bit. Grab my clippers and my frog. Hey, sorry if you're in here. I'm away from chat at the moment. We just hooked up with the largemouth bass. Nothing to write home with. Real life, maybe a quarter pound, but it's YouTube, so definitely a 2-pounder. Washington State record where I'm from. I just didn't have the scale, so I couldn't get it, make it official. And also throwing a little speed worm around, but I think I'm going to cut off the speed worm and go for a pretty frog. I don't know if there's anything big enough in here to eat this. Maybe a different frog? Can you catch a frog using a frog? Is that a thing? I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll get this guy tied on. We'll get the other one out there with the worm because it's been hitting pretty good. Go ahead and retire the pumpkin colored speed worm. You think color makes a difference? I don't know. If you're just getting here, thanks for taking time to check us out. We're lighting shit on fire and trying to catch some fish. Caught a couple largemouth already. Those are catch and release. Caught a couple yellow perch, and those are catch and cook. You know, if you're new here, we go live every evening, 6 o'clock. Right now, we're just tying on a pocket frog. Wanted to catch a bass on a pocket frog forever. Never been able to do it. Got a neighbor kid coming over. By neighbor kid, I mean adorable white dog. Hi, Luna. No, get out of there. I've had to dig lures out of that dog several times, but her mom, my neighbor, is pretty cool about it. Get that worm back out there. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out on a Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good one. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know how your Wednesday's going. Let me know what kind of fish you like to catch. You know, I live under the drizzle and gloom of the Pacific Northwest, you know. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, it's July. Why is this dude wearing a sweater? Because I live in the Pacific Northwest, man. I think we had a high of 62. No, Luna. Sorry, I got some fish dispatching. Come here. What do you... Stop. Go home. You got one lure sitting in the yard and the neighbor kid gets snagged. Alright, we're all tied on with the frog. We'll start throwing that around in a minute. Want to get this worm back out here because it's been the goat. You know, I'm lucky to live on a little 4-acre pond, share it with a few other neighbors, and it is loaded with yellow perch and bluegill. I've caught the occasional trout and channel catfish, or not channel catfish, those things are huge and it's too cold for all that. We got bullhead catfish, brown, and those are by far the favorite thing to eat. We also have some spotted bass that we're trying to kind of cull out of the pond and make room for the largies. I'm going to cast this out and then wait a few seconds. If I'm not getting hit instantly, I'll kind of leave it out there to fish. I'm trying to do a multi-species thing just for fun. Already got a couple yellow perch and a couple bass. Like to catch a fatty bluegill, and they're kind of hanging out in the deeper water. The pond is actually surprisingly deep. It's like 19 feet. Water temperature, I think, is at around 60, 62 or so. So, I mean, perfect fishing weather. No complaints. I'm going to get this thrown out, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec. If you're new to the channel, we're live every day on the 6:30s. 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the evening. In the morning, I like to fish a new pond. Like I was saying, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and there is water everywhere. I'm also about a mile from the beach, so I do quite a bit of freshwater fishing as well. And if that sounds like something you're interested, check us out. I mean, like I said, we're live twice a day for the foreseeable summer. Not paying attention to the bobber because I want to fish this frog. However, I just missed a bite. I'm going to throw this frog around optimistically. Most bass in here are a little small, but they don't get too big in the Pacific Northwest. The big bass out here is about 2.5. 2 pounds is a really big bass out here. Just kind of trying to work that frog along these lily pads here. Hoping to connect. Want to check that other rod because I'm 90% sure that whatever hit it just took my bait. I am just going to leave this frog right there amongst some lily pads and pay attention to the worm. Getting bites, but they're just pecking it. Peck, peck, peck. Fire's starting to go out. My original plan was just to build it as tall as possible until my wife told me to knock it off. But fish have been biting, so that's been getting more attention than usual. Hard to do 2 or 3 things at a time, especially for a guy who can't walk and chew gum. Have you tried doing it? I mean, I know you're laughing right now, but have you tried it? Like, really tried it? Just kind of slowly working that worm in, making sure I still got it. I do, it's there. A lot of times there's little bass hanging out in the shallows. or yellow perch as well. Is there anything more nerve-wracking than a stuck hook just waiting to come flying back at your face? Worm's getting pretty chewed up. I know you guys can't see it, but I think he's good for at least one more throw, and then I'll rebait that guy. I want to throw that frog around a little bit. Like to catch something with that frog, but I haven't done it yet. We got a mama duck across the lake there, a mallard, and she had 6 little duckies this spring, and they're all grown up now, or mostly grown, a few months old. Eventually, they'll learn to fly and fly off and probably check out somewhere else. But out of the 6 that she had, they were all female. Six girls, which is crazy to me. Unless the males get their color later. I don't know. I'm not a duck expert. I don't know if you guys just saw that, but there's a big ass blue herring. We got a lot of wildlife. Lucky to live out here. Those blue herrings are cool, but they'll put a dent in your fish population. I guess in my free time, if I could train the herring to only eat the spotted bass, that would make my life a little easier. If you guys in the chat are just lurking, if you could Google how to train blue herring, oh, that would be fantastic. That frog looks pretty. He's just gliding right along the top, looking like a... Ooh, that was a sign of life. I just got bit. Not hard enough to, fuck yeah, let's go. Gets me excited. I'm bricked up. Let's run that back. We just had a bass hit it, and I think the frog was bigger than the bass, and it was definitely a failure to connect, but that's the closest I've ever gotten to catching a bass on a topwater frog. Let's go. You know, I'm not working it very fast. I'm just kind of letting him float there. Twitching him along a little bit. I guess this is kind of fun just to fish it, even if I'm not. That's loser talk. I don't want to talk like that. I'm gonna get one. Something keeps hitting it. Right? There's some lily pads that I'm just dragging through, and they're hitting it. They're just not hitting it hard enough. I think if I got a smaller little pocket frog instead of the big I don't know what they're called. Combat frogs, I guess. I had a smaller one I might try to tie on, because it's getting bit. I'm just not getting bit hard enough. Ah, every time. I got the fucking chills. Let's go. Topwater is so cool. You can see him come up and hit it. I think I got something on that other pole though. There it is. I don't know what it is. Running right at me though. All right. That's what I was asking for. Checking multi-species off the list. That's a bluegill. Let's go. Ah, he spiked me. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we got a yellow perch, we got a bluegill, we got a couple bass. He's a baby bluegill though, nothing to write home about there. Baby bluegill in the backyard pond, let's fucking go. That was fun, but I'm still a little excited about the, back you go. Thanks for playing, buddy. I want that frog. I'm getting hit, I just can't connect. I'm debating on going to a little bit of a smaller one, but if I could connect on that frog, I would be fucking excited. I'm already excited, but if I could get him to crush it hard enough, I'd be stoked. I think I'm gonna put the blue gear away for a bit and focus just on this frog. It needs all of my attention. Bait caster is dialed in. Too much. You know those new legs that they came out? I say new, but they're probably like 10 years old. But you know, it used to be you buy a frog and they'd have just realistic legs. Now that they got all these tassels. Keep making good casts. You'll connect. Not paying a whole lot of attention to the chat, so if you're just getting here, throwing a frog, looking for largemouth. Fire's kind of dying down because I've been neglecting it because, well, fish are biting. little bit of a golf swing cast there. I'm gonna keep working this frog, but I think I'm gonna throw out a bobber and a worm, see if I can connect. Maybe I should just call it a night. I don't know. I'm gonna let that fire die down a little bit more. Maybe we can get some more people up in here. Back to the tried and true bobber and worm. Hey, if you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out. Doing a little bobber fishing and a little topwater. Sorry, Pick, I'm not really watching the chat too much, but thanks for keeping track, bro. Here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy. Oh, he heard me. I got a bite. There it is. Give up. Oh, for the win. Yeah. Got off right on the bank. But that was pretty alright with me. That was another yellow perch. You know, it's tough to decide who hits harder. Those perch, when they hit it a lot harder than those bass do. But I think once you have the bass hooked up, they put up a little bit more of a fight. But we're not talking foot-long fish. We're talking 6, maybe 8 inches. No! Tiki punch all over my yard. Got a little chunk of worm tied on there. Let's go ahead and throw it out, see what we can do. Kind of just letting the fire die down. It's pretty wet, but I'm going to put a hose on it. Just because I'm paranoid about that kind of thing. I think my bobber's shot. It's not floating on the top of the water. It's floating underwater. Well, that ain't good. Bobber full of water. It's weird. Top came disconnected from the bottom. It's only half full now, so I guess I don't have to put a weight on it if my bobber's full of water, right? To the moon. Hoping to round out, that's an instant bite. Hoping to round out, the bluegill seem to be hanging out a little further out. Perch and bass are running up by the bank. There's a pretty steep drop off. The middle's there, it's probably only about 12, but you head that way a little bit and it's about 19. Here, fishy, fishy. I know the second down, I put this rod down and grabbed the bait caster with the frog. I'm going to get nailed. But it's a small price to pay. I really want to get one on that frog. I've been hit a couple times. It's nice when your gear's dialed in, you know? I got some fresh line. Put a little bit of grease on it. Haven't thrown a single backlash. Caught a couple decent fish. There's a true crime podcast that I listen to on YouTube. And I found out today that it's all fake. It's everything that they post is just fictional crap. It's written by AI, it's spoken by AI, and they tell you they're like real stories and it's, you know, real crime stories or whatever, and they're always like incredibly interesting, you know. And found out it was all AI generated. Kind of bummed me out. I was getting some bites on this frog, got me all excited. But I think the bite kind of stopped now. All the fish went to bed. Well, boys and girls, it was a pretty successful run. I think we ended up with a couple bass, a couple perch in the fridge, but overall, it was a great day in the backyard pond. Gonna scope out something new tomorrow. Not sure what it's gonna be yet, but it'll be something new. I am going to get this fire put out, get my gear put away, clean up those fish, put them in the fridge. If you're just getting here, we're just getting gone, but it was a pretty successful run in the backyard pond. This is Outdoors with Unc. Reminding you to go outside. It's good for your soul. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.